I haven't changed my mind. I'm not just going to help out, I'm going to help you revitalize it. Deep down, even after death, I'm still an Okami. Still someone who believes in an inn like this deserves life. Hope? Yes. Surely you haven't been left to your own devices for so long that you've forgotten what that means. I am aware of the concept, but I do not need it. Oh, I'm sure you don't. That doesn't mean you should turn it down. People offer help, then they leave midway, or make it worse. So don't think of it as help then. Think of it as professional meddling. Persistent. And you're stubborn. He exhales slowly, as though bracing himself. And what do you gain from this? A place to stay, obviously. You want to stay with me, even though we just met. He sounds more amused than betrayed. Yes, well, technically I just died, so I think I'm entitled to make a few impulsive decisions. Besides, either you're creaky ryokan or wandering around until something with detachable jaws decides I look crunchy. And my gut says you're not the type to take advantage of a woman. I tilt my head slightly, watching for a twitch or any sign of protesting. Nothing, just calm, tired silence, this poor man. Besides, you need help, and I need purpose. Let's not complicate the mutually beneficial agreement. And you assume you can do better keeping this place than me? I know I can do better. His ears perk up as if I've genuinely surprised him. You claim experience, then? Dear, I used to walk barefoot through corridors, balancing ledgers, calming guests, and yelling at staff, all before breakfast. I let the silence hang, watching him piece it together. You were an Okami in your past life. Ah, so you do listen. A dangerous skill, I know. Then tell me, Okami-sama, what would you do to improve it? For starters, get rid of the cobwebs before they start charging rent. There's dust on every surface and the lanterns are so dim that we think we're holding an exorcism. I'm pretty sure I felt something evil whispering in that cupboard. I motioned towards a dust-covered reception table next. This looks alarmingly shoddy. Guests should feel welcome, not like they're auditioning for a background role in a ghost story. I glanced toward the empty seating area where the chairs look rather dusty and unkempt. My ears lower instinctively, the sight tugs at a quiet ache in my chest. This place was meant to be lively, and now it just sags. Back in my ryokan? Oh, what a time that was. Lanterns always glowed warmly, sake never stopped flowing, and I knew the name of every guest who ever dared to flirt with me. I may have been alone behind the curtains, but the halls never were. Laughter, footsteps, whispers in the night. Sometimes scandalous, sometimes not. It was a home, noisy and beautiful and alive. While this is a shrine to silence. This whole place is a tragedy. And you believe you can fix this. I know I can fix this. Arrogant. If you are as skilled as you claim. Yes, if, but you're welcome to test me. He studies me for a long moment, and I catch the precise moment he realizes he's going to lose this argument. Fine, but don't blame me when you fail. Ah, there's the answer I was hoping for. You will work here, then. Naturally. And you will follow my rules. Define follow. The man just turns on his heel, expecting me to follow. This is going to be entertaining. Well then, now that you've sort of accepted my offer, I suppose I should at least know who my boss is. Shimon.
And who exactly are you, Shimon?
I am one of the 4 mythical beasts. He answers with a casual indifference of someone commenting on the weather.
I beg your pardon?
The azure dragon, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, and the black tortoise. I'm the white tiger.
As in the white tiger?
The very same. Slowly I let my gaze travel up and down, actually looking at him. This frail, wilting daikon radish is the man of the legendary Byakko? Huh. He watches me with quiet amusement. This man definitely knows what I'm thinking.
And how, pray tell, does one of the 4 mythical beasts end up like this?
That is not important.
I think it's very important!
You are free to think so.
I exhale sharply through my nose. Fine, I'll let it go for now. I'm fine, let's start over then. I am Akime, former Okami of Ryokan Tsukikage.
Tsukikage in the human world.
I ran my ryokan for decades. I knew how to handle guests, manage staff, and maintain order.
Do you now?
A challenge, oh how delightful. Dear, I once managed a summer festival, 3 weddings, and a pipe burst all in one day while wearing a kimono with a busted hem. I practically breathe the hospitality. I kept the place running on time, under budget, and with guests so happy they left gifts.
Shimon doesn't answer before shaking his head sarcastically. Bold words for a wolf who drowned in a river.
Excuse me?
I was not the one who was fished out like a wet, shivering pup.
I was just testing the current.
How fortunate then that I arrived before your test reached its conclusion.
Fine, he won this round.
Welcome then to your new home.
Well then, boss, shouldn't you be showing me around? Surely you have some idea of what I'm supposed to be doing.
Perhaps. He moves with the grace of someone who refuses to acknowledge his own exhaustion. Naturally, I match his pace. If I wanted, I could glide ahead effortlessly. There's something entertaining about watching him pretend like he's not running on sheer willpower alone. Just as I'm considering how long he'll keep up the act, I catch sight of my reflection in a dusty mirror. Right. I'm still wearing his robe. It's scandalously slipping off one shoulder, draping around me in a way that could either be elegant or suggestive, depending on the lighting. My, and here I am, strolling through your home in nothing but your clothing. What would the spirit say? Shimon stops mid-step and turns to me. You require proper clothing. Do I? I think this look has a certain charm, a bit daring, quite refined actually. Stay here. Such a commanding tone. He doesn't dignify me with a response, rude, and disappears down the hall, leaving me all alone. I take the opportunity to glance around. What was this place like before, when it was alive? Why does it seem so reluctant to talk about it? Before I can dig too deeply into my own curiosity, Shimon returns carrying a neatly folded kimono. The moment my fingers brush the fabric, I notice something immediately. It's well kept. There's a faint lingering scent, soft floral, and distinctly not his. That's presumptuous. We could say another's scent. Whose kimono is this? I'm just gonna thank him. Thank you. I say it gently, accepting the kimono with both hands. The teasing lilt in my voice fades just a touch. I could ask, I want to ask. The scent clings like memory. Someone cared for this, or was cared for. But we've only just met, haven't we? But perhaps some stories aren't meant to be touched with curious fingers right away. Fabric brushes against my skin, and nostalgia washes over me. I wore a kimono like this once, long ago, on the night my heart first cracked open.
He said he couldn't stay, said the inn was too quiet in the winter, and yet he had no trouble keeping warm in someone else's arms the following spring. I remember watching his back as he walked away, and snow in my sleeves, sake in my blood, and pride in my spine. I smiled, waved, and bowed like a good hostess, and cried into the dishwater after midnight. Ah, youth, so dramatic, so hydrated. But it's long past now. I'll take good care of it. He doesn't answer, but a brief flicker in his gaze tells me he heard me.
Change quickly. There is still much to see.
I decide not to push further. Not now.
This hallway leads to the guest rooms.
How many are there?
More than enough, but they are unused.
Don't worry, boss. I have plenty of ideas to bring life back into this place.
I will reserve judgment.
He strides ahead before I can retort. Oh, that's such a cute pout. Something familiar in this. Not the walls, but the rhythm. Walking in the halls, checking rooms, holding it all together.
I did this for decades.
I watched him just ahead, shoulders heavy in the way that I remember too well. Was he always this quiet, or did the ryokan take his voice like it tried to take mine?
This is one of the guest rooms.
Oh? He slides the shoji door open with a smooth motion, revealing the room inside. Well, this one's not completely hopeless.
What a relief. I was worried.
His voice is dry as the air, but I catch a subtle, amused tone. Still, I wouldn't call it inviting. Feels more like the kind of worm you give a guest where you don't actually want them to stay. I swish my tail, stepping further inside. A little warmth, a little charm, and this place could be something special.
I simply cannot wait.
Alright, first order of business. Who's cleaning all this?
That would be you.
My dear, you really think I'd fall for that?
You are the Okami now.
Yes, and a proper Okami delegates. Speaking of which, where are the staffs? Surely you weren't running this place alone.
No, there were others.
Were?
A soldier spirit who cooked. A broom that never stopped sweeping. A lazy river dweller who barely did anything unless bribed. When my strength faded, they withdrew. Yokai bound to a place need energy to remain. Without it, they slumber or disappear.
So they've been asleep this whole time?
Perhaps. Or waiting. I can no longer tell the difference.
He says it like it doesn't hurt, but something in his voice tells me it does. His weight shifts. Something is off. Boss?
His posture wavers. His balance falters, and before I know it,
he collapses! Shimon! I move without thinking, catching him before he fully crumples to the floor. He's lighter than I expected. Surprisingly so. For someone built like a tragic mountain god, I thought I'd need divine intervention or at least a sturdy wheelbarrow. Well now, look who still has upper body strength. You overdid it, didn't you?
Silence. I sigh, pressing my fingers lightly to his wrist, checking the pulse beneath his skin. Wait, do yokais even have a pulse? I'm alive.
I smooth a stray lock of white hair away from his mask, brushing it carefully behind his ear. You really don't take care of yourself, huh? Looks like he might respond, but in the end he doesn't. Lucky for you, dear. You just hired the best Okami there is. He groans softly. I take this as acceptance. It's like, like I said a bad pun. Now, where's your room?
Unnecessary.
Ah, so he's one of those, the quiet brooding types who wears their past like a second mask and dares you to ask what's underneath. Let me guess, you think you can sleep anywhere, don't you?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. If I let you, you'll curl up in some drafty hallway and waste away in your sleep. A proper Ryokan master must have a proper room.